Hello guys. Welcome to Diablo the Primordial. This video is the continuation video after the end is near. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. And please check out my second channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensei. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates. The tension of the fight had reached the climax. The end was near. Gerudo and Gracia kept clashing intensely with their weapons. The momentum had accelerated and the fight was not even close to being plain anymore. Due to the heat caused by the reciprocation of overwhelmingly strong strikes, with each stroke of sword, the ground teared up and the atmosphere turned chaotic, creating large gusts of wind. Captivating everyone watching, the two continued their fight as if they were dancing. And then came a moment of silence. Everyone present their thought that the next attack will be deciding the fate of the battle. However, as I thought, that withdrawal was an act, huh? I didn't think an attack like that would be able to go past your defense, but I didn't have that much of a leeway, but your attack wasn't that strong to make me withdraw. Besides, we won't withdraw without orders, everything will be as Rimuru-sama wills. Phew, so I was the one being cornered, eh? Looks like I had lost before the fight even began. Very well. I have lost this time. I want to withdraw here, will you accept? Standing facing each other, Gracia offered to forfeit. Gerudo became perplexed, as it was unexpected to him. Okay. Then, the winner is Gerudo. Now, Dino, come out. I haven't forgotten your poor behavior towards me the other time. Now it's my turn to thoroughly crush you. Without paying any heed to Gerudo, Ramirez's heavenly voice declared the result of the battle. Although it seemed like Ramirez's personal desires had mixed with the announcement there, but the decision had been made. It was a godsend for Ramirez, as she was bored, but Benimaru was disappointed. Seems like Benimaru also doesn't have any complaints since the other party declared their withdrawal themselves. Is that okay? I felt like you didn't quite go all out yet, though? I don't mind. You have also just evolved and don't seem like you can perfectly use those abilities yet. I would like to decide once and for all at a place both of us can truly go all out. Gerudo and Gracia exchanged glances and smiled at each other. And like this, the second battle had also come to an end. As she returned to Dino, Gracia muttered, "This is bad, Dino. That guy has also become absurdly strong. I would have had trouble even if I went all out, no doubt. I probably wouldn't have lost if I went all out, but I would have exhausted all my energy and would have not been able to participate in any more battles. Right? As there seems to be more strong ones here, exhausting all of your energy is the same as suicide. Pico is right. You also be careful, alright? Yay, got it." Saying that, Dino advanced forward. However, his steps felt heavy. Or rather, isn't Ramirez just aiming for me here? Telling me to not exhaust all my energy. It isn't like I will be doing that cause I want to. I am also reluctantly going to fight. Alright, while fighting Gerudo, I should buy some time slowly. Ah, Gerudo. You're tired, right? You can withdraw. Dino was thinking of something unfair, but looks like Ramirez had beat him to the punch. Gerudo meekly decided to withdraw and tapped out with Zegion and Beretta. Darn it all. You saw through my plan. Although he was complaining in his heart, he couldn't do anything about this situation. The enemy were Beretta and Zegion. To be completely honest, they weren't some enemy Dino could win against. There, he suddenly thought up a plan. Ah, right. I will also withdraw. Buzz. Rejected. However, that plan was flatly rejected by Ramirez. Having the look of a dead man, Dino faced Zegion and Beretta. And then suddenly, a small doubt came to his mind. Did that Zegion guy have that little energy? Dino could grasp that change, as he had fought him once before. However, Dino didn't have the time to be thinking about such a thing. The time of his fate which he had been trying to prolong had announced its beginning. Darn it, that Zero, hurry up. You can't come complaining to me if you don't make it in time. Or rather, it would be Dino who will be in trouble if Zero doesn't make it, though. Letting out a sigh, Dino reluctantly took his stance. At that moment, Ramirez muttered silently. Ah, the isolation has been completed. Suddenly, as if it was a trifling matter. Hearing that, the surrounding people started moving hurriedly. At the same time, Benimaru too. Did you hear, you fools? From this point on, the labyrinth's support effects are absent there. You won't be resurrected if you die, so brace yourselves. Rimuru-sama won't permit any of you dying, so act accordingly. He sent a thought transmission to all the allies intercepting Dino and the others on the 75th floor. Everything was going according to plan. Everyone who received the transmission showed no signs of unrest, they accepted it as completely natural. And then, hearing that transmission, there was one who began their action. Quietly and precisely. The plan had entered the final phase. Zero was gradually progressing the labyrinth's encroachment. Absorption rate had crossed 90%. There was no feeling of joy in him, what pushed him forward was just the fact that accomplishing the task given to him was of utmost importance. If the enemy gains immortality inside the labyrinth, they should just get rid of it. That was Velda's plan, and that is precisely why the ultimate skill, Evil Dragon Lord Dahaka, existed. It was an ability originally created to counter the labyrinth, an ability that can exhibit supreme dominance in an area. On top of that, it wasn't something incomplete like the ones given to Vega or Footman, with all the battle data until now, it was the complete version. In front of Dahaka, which had turned into an ability close to the one who eats planets, even Ramirez's labyrinth couldn't resist and ended up being trampled over by Zero. Less resistance than I had expected, eh? I guess that is also natural. Nobody would even be able to imagine an attack to the labyrinth directly. By snatching away the enemy's base itself, I will purge these fools who sit cross-legged in their territory of absolute dominance. That will lure out Demon King Rimuru and we can take down all their forces at once, as expected of Velda-sama. It is a perfect plan. Abiding by Velda's plan, he steadily went on encroaching in the enemy's base, the labyrinth. If he just takes away the labyrinth from them, he will also be able to grasp all authority inside the labyrinth. Foolish. He ended up saying out unintentionally. He wasn't expecting a reply or anything, but
don't be so full of yourself. Know that the likes of you will not be able to drop this labyrinth.
In the empty space, a cold voice resounded. No, there was something. Zero's consciousness caught onto something that would normally be impossible to detect. It was one butterfly. A butterfly with a beautiful light was fluttering in the sky. And then, the butterfly's silhouette became hazy and slowly took the form of a person. Into a warrior's shape, protected by jet black adamantite. Who is it? Floors above 60 are under my rule. I did not feel anyone invading. Simple. I have been here from the start, that's all there is to it. I see. That was a blind spot. You might have lived if you kept yourself hidden till the end. But, in the end, it's only a matter of sooner or later, become my food and die. Zero thought that the small boy had come revealing himself because he was scared of being trapped inside. Zero didn't realize that the boy's words sounded like he had realized Zero's plans. The encroachment of the labyrinth was going steadily with a rate of over 90%, turning the energy of the labyrinth into his inexhaustible supply. He would be able to create as many evil dragon beasts as he liked. The few dragons he created all went towards their prey at once and disappeared with a flash of light. How? To be able to bury my dragons so easily. So you're not just a scaredy cat who was hiding. I am Zero, the one commanding Heaven's army to destroy this country. I will acknowledge you as an opponent to be defeated. State your name. Judging from the fact that he didn't come attacking Zero during the time Zero was taking the 60th floor, Zero was still underestimating his opponent. Thinking that if this guy was to obstruct him, he could have done it way before. However, the being standing in front of Zero possessed combat ability far higher than what Zero assumed. After all, that being is, my name is Zegion, humble servant of the great demon lord, Rimuru-sama. I have been crowned with the name Mist Lord. The strongest man, who defends Ramirez's labyrinth. Following orders, Zegion faced Zero. The reason why Zegion didn't attack in the first place was evident. Because he had heard that it was Rimuru's orders. If it was not so, he wouldn't have stayed silent and let this invasion go on. Yes, although rare, Zegion was angry. Zegion? That's a name I haven't heard. I guess you are one of the upper echelons of Demon Lord Rimuru. Diablo, Benimaru, Shion, Gobta and Ranga. And Beretta, was it? There's also Soy, Gabble and Gerudo who are famous. If you were one of them, I might have enjoyed this fight a bit. Zero boasted, confident of his overwhelming superiority. However, it didn't take long for him to realize that that was just his misconception. Idiotic. If your enemy is in front of you, you should look at them and judge their strength. However, I guess you're correct about just one point, that you won't be able to enjoy this fight. Comprehending the meaning of Zegion's reply, Zero made an uninterested face. It's not that Zegion had much feelings, he wanted his enemies to think that he did. He took his stance. And thus the fight between Zero and Zegion begun. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my earlier videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And please check out my other channel Top Anime Sensei for the light novel of Tensura. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.